Hey everybody, it is Thursday, January 22nd, 2009. Coming to you from copious notes at blog.aaroncrocco.com. I figured I would do a video entry for you guys. Really haven't been writing a lot lately, and I figured I can get a lot more out on video than in posting a text-based entry. And a video entry kind of changes it up also. So I figured I would just talk about what was going on and pretty much the struggles of 2009 so far. I've definitely fallen off the wagon is not a good enough, cliche for this time around. It's definitely a lot worse than that. I have not written at all in almost a month. It's got to be at least a month. And really, I haven't written consistently since about October of the last year. So we're going on about 4 months now of just really no writing. And, there are a few things that have contributed to that. But I'm not going to lie, it's definitely a procrastination issue and a time management issue. And honestly, the drive hasn't been there as much as I would like. So that's definitely a problem. But I've given it a lot of thought, and there's a few things that I actually would like to do, aside from writing, that are going to take up some time, but I also want to work writing into a schedule of some sort. So that's what I wanted to talk about. One major thing that I'm actually going to start doing again is a podcast that I have done previously, back in 2000 late 2004 or beginning of 2005, I actually started a tech podcast, and I did that up until the summer of 2007. With that, I did get burned out, but I did do almost 130 episodes of the show. And looking back on it, it's something that I really enjoyed. I had a good time, had actually a lot of people subscribe to it, almost 1,000 listeners, and it's something that I'm actually going to relaunch. So I'm going to be relaunching my tech podcast, which is really just content, just like this blog, except it's going to be like an audio program. So that's going to be coming down. Now, the big thing, excuse me, is my work schedule, which definitely put a wrinkle into my time management. I'm actually going to be off on Wednesdays and Thursdays starting in February, and that's at least for 6 months. So I figure that because those are days where, things aren't really going on, I'm going to have a lot of time to myself in order to get things done. So aside from, just recreational stuff, going out, playing video games, watching TVs, catching up on shows and things like that, I'm actually going to go ahead and split my time up where in those 2 days I want to split the days into half days, where the beginning half of the day or the second half of the day I'm going to work on one, my podcast, and two, my writing. And my podcast, I've already come up with some ideas on how to make that less intensive. Instead of doing a 20-minute show once a week, I'm going to have different things changing it up, and I'm hoping to have a lot of content for that. Additionally, my writing is something where first I'm going to resume my article writing for Suite 101. I've only submitted 3 articles. I still have 7 more to go, but that deadline is April, but I definitely want to get back into consistent writing. On top of that, I do want to get back into Spirit Hackers and really work on it and figure out where I want it to go. The story, it's floundering in some spots, especially where I'm writing right now, so I'm not sure what to do with it. I'm still figuring it out. Part of me just wants to plow through it and edit it all later. A part of me wants to go back to my outline and rework it. But I've already scrapped the story once and rewritten it. Up until the point I'm up to about 30 pages now. I'd hate to scrap it again. So I'm still struggling with that. And something else I don't like is that I've not been involved in the community. Everybody who reads this blog, I try to read your blogs. I haven't been doing that. I haven't been on the message boards. There's a lot that I haven't been doing. But I also notice the more pressure I put on myself, the less I want to do it. So I have to really strike that balance of having the drive to do it. I want to write, and I really have to harness into that. Part of that is also not being in a writing environment in person, no writing groups or anything like that. So it does make it a little harder to come up with that drive. I really don't have anybody in my family who's a writer. I don't really have anybody in my family or my friends who's into content creation. I work in a technology field, so there's none of that really going on. So it's really a self-sustaining thing. But what I'm hoping is through the online community and through some of the writing podcasts that I listen to, that I can go ahead and, get the drive back. That's really my main concern. If I'm going to make something out of being a writer, I have to write. Additionally, I still have my untitled / Robert book that is back from beta. It's been back for probably about 8 months from my beta reader, and I need to figure out what to do with that. A big part of me wants to audio podcast the book. Another part of me wants to just scrap it, and then even another part of me wants to throw it up there on Amazon for Kindle and also from Lulu and try to sell it. But I don't really think it's going to work, and in all honesty, I don't think it's quality. It's a good quality work to actually submit out there, which I was hoping to do when I was writing it, but I think it was more of a trial run. So that's about it for for me. That's definitely a lot. Feel free to post comments, and I'm hoping to get this all going. My goal is the beginning of February to start doing this. That Wednesday and Thursday, the first week in February, that is my goal, and I'm just hoping to resume being creative. That's really the bottom line, because you got to be in it to win it, and I can't make anything of this if I'm not going to write. So we'll see where that goes. Feel free to comment below, and I will do my best to get back to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.